So in the field, soil scientists will dig soil pits to gather evidence of what's happening underneath the surface. Today, you're going to be a soil scientist. Let's get digging. But wait, before we get digging, we need the right equipment. So here's some of the basic equipment we have to both survey our site and to dig the soil pit. This is our soil core sampler that will kind of shove this into the ground and pull a core out of soil to see how loose it is and if it's a good site that we want to dig at. The next thing we have is a spade, and this is just a simple spade shovel that we'll use to dig the entire pit of the site. And then we have a smaller spade to pull out each sections of the horizon to build a model of our horizon once we have the whole pit dug out. And then we have a soil knife, and this has an inch reader, and it's just a basic knife to help us cut roots and pull small sections and rocks out and kind of just get a little bit more into the soil.
What is a soil horizon?
What are horizons, you ask? Horizons are just another way of saying soil layers. Here is a cartoon example. Each horizon plays a unique role, and each interacts with each other in some way. O. The O horizon is a very thin layer of soil where dead and decomposing organic material are breaking down by air, water, and microscopic organisms into what's called humus, pronounced HUMUS, not to be confused with the food hummus. Humus brings nutrients into the soil. A. The A horizon is typically a large layer called topsoil. It is the section where the organic material in the O horizon mixes with mineral soil. E. The E horizon can be a thin layer of soil between the A and B horizon. This layer is not always seen, but can appear in some soils. B. The B horizon is where the fine material from above gathers and forms a dense layer of minerals that bind together. C. The C horizon is the layer of large rocks and minerals. It is where water from above accumulates. The large and broken down rock in C is either from the earth below or was brought down from above over long periods of time. R. The R horizon is referred to by soil scientists as the layer of parent material, or bedrock, because it is a hard layer of rock beneath soil. Now that we have the right equipment, let's take a moment to describe the ecosystem around us. So we've surveyed some areas on the Willowit property, and we've chosen this site for a few different reasons, and we'll kind of explain that now. First thing we notice is there's some narrative here that Willowit has tacked up on this tree. And it says, you are walking over a year-round water flow from a spring that's up this way, and it comes down and flows to our west. And then there was a pond that was here before. Through these trees, there's some willow species and different trees that are representative of water. So there's a seasonal flow here, and I'll show you some reasons why water passes through this site. But it's also a mix of a dry forest species type. So there's a lot of these trees that we see around us are representative of dry forest type. We have some incense cedar and some Douglas fir, and there might even be a ponderosa pine or two hiding. We chose this site because it's an open area, and it's not within the tree, so we wouldn't hit too many roots while we dig. We can see some different plants that tell us that water moves through here, and this is a rose plant which likes a lot of water. And then we have horsetail, which you commonly find along streams and rivers. So we decided to dig our pit here to try to get a better idea of what's happening underneath the soil.